It's past midnight in Concord, North Carolina. The lights inside the NASCAR R&D Center are still on. 6 race cars sit under those lights, engines cracked open, parts spread across steel tables. The winning car isn't one of them. That's the detail nobody in the garage wants to say out loud tonight. Why does the fastest car in NASCAR never end up on this table? The race itself told a different story on the surface. A clean, dominant win. At Pocono, Denny Hamlin started from the pole and led 28 laps. Christopher Bell ran the race with a fractured wrist, raising the physical stakes before a single lap was scored. When the checkered flag fell, Hamlin crossed the line 1.678 seconds ahead of Tyler Reddick. It was his 8th career Pocono win and his 64th career win, moving him past Kyle Busch into 9th on NASCAR's all-time wins list. The celebration that followed was full. The trophy, the burnout, the moment with his daughter on the victory lap. Before we go further, if you're new here, this channel, NASCAR Racing World, breaks down exactly these kinds of stories, the ones with more going on underneath than the headline shows. We're closing in on 500 subscribers, and every single one gets us closer to bringing you deeper, more detailed breakdowns like this one. If you're finding this useful, hitting subscribe, dropping a like, and leaving a comment genuinely helps this channel grow. Your support is the reason better content keeps coming. Then came the number that made the win feel historic. 3 consecutive wins ties Hamlin with Darrell Waltrip in 1981, Bobby Allison in 1971, and Richard Petty in 1966 and 1967. 3 of the sport's Hall of Fame names. But while Hamlin celebrated under the lights, 6 other cars were already being loaded onto trailers. The list, read out car by car, looked like a roll call of the field's fastest names: Kyle Larson, Daniel Suarez, Ryan Blaney, Chris Buescher, John Hunter Nemechek, and Tyler Reddick, the runner-up himself. NASCAR's own explanation was brief and procedural. Dustin Long said, "No issues, all clear. Denny Hamlin is the winner. 6 cars will be going to the R&D Center this week. On paper, that's routine. Post-race inspection happens after nearly every event. But watch how the garage responds when that word, routine, gets used for 6 cars that include the race winner's closest rival. Zoom out to the season, and the pattern gets sharper. Toyota has won 10 of the first 16 points races in 2026. Joe Gibbs Racing alone has 5 of those wins. Narrow it further, and the numbers get even tighter. Hamlin and Reddick alone have combined for 9 of the 16 points race wins, plus the All-Star race. That reframes the entire conversation. This isn't just a manufacturer story anymore. It's 2 drivers, 1 alliance, dominating a 16-race stretch almost by themselves. And that's where the story turns into something stranger than a simple inspection headline. Tyler Reddick, the man Hamlin held off by 1.678 seconds, drives for 23X1 Racing, a team co-owned by Denny Hamlin himself, alongside Michael Jordan. The 2 fastest cars at Pocono both trace back to the same man, one as the driver behind the wheel, one as the owner signing the checks. 23X1 Racing and Joe Gibbs Racing operate under a technical alliance, sharing engineering and technical resources within the bounds of NASCAR's rules. Hamlin hasn't stayed quiet about the advantage question either. On his own podcast, he addressed the criticism directly. Hamlin said, "We're running the same car for the last few years. The other manufacturers have changed their cars." It's a statement that acknowledges the gap while defending its source. Not the team, he argues, but the equipment cycle across the manufacturers. Fans and rival teams haven't fully accepted that explanation, continuing to call the Toyota and JGR23 wine performance an unfair advantage. Hamlin's own comments make clear he's aware of the criticism and, by his own words, tired of hearing it repeated. Nothing here gets resolved. It's tension sitting in the open, unaddressed. If a story like this is holding your attention, you'll want to stick around. There's more coming that connects directly to what happened at Pocono, and you won't want to miss where this goes next. While the inspection questions built in the background, the race itself produced real wreckage. On lap 47, a multi-car incident collected Josh Berry, Shane Van Gisbergen, Bubba Wallace, and Noah Gragson. Two championship contenders paid the heaviest price. Joey Logano went from +3 to 21 in the standings. Brad Keselowski dropped from +21 to 4. Both are former champions, and both lost their positions in the chase picture in a single afternoon. Logano's frustration came through in real time. Caught on his radio, Logano said, "Put the truck to the car. I can't drive it. I need a tow truck." He followed that with a reflective comment about the 25 tow trucks sitting idle around the track that day. Neither Logano nor Keselowski has publicly connected the lap 47 wreck to the ongoing inspection story surrounding Hamlin and the 6 impounded cars. Two champions, in a season where every point matters, choosing very specific and limited words about what happened. A secondary storyline, a blame exchange between Keselowski and Wallace, along with pushback from Wallace's spotter Freddie Kraft, adds another loose thread that remains unresolved. This isn't the first time Hamlin has been in this exact room, at this exact track, under this exact process. In 2022, also at Pocono, Hamlin's win was stripped after post-race inspection found illegal aero parts, the first Cup Series disqualification since 1960. Chase Elliott inherited that win and famously refused to celebrate it on the stage. That history means Hamlin isn't a stranger to the R&D Center or to the possibility of a result being reversed after the fact. Hamlin addressed that 2022 outcome directly, and his words in 2026 carry a pointed edge given the current situation. Hamlin said, "They aren't getting that checkered flag back. It's defiance on the surface. Whether it's simple confidence or something closer to certainty about what NASCAR will or won't find this time is left for the audience to decide." Nothing in his statement resolves that question. The championship standings only raise the stakes further. Tyler Reddick leads the points with 704, with Hamlin second at 685, 19 points back. Ryan Blaney sits third. Christopher Bell continues racing through his wrist injury. Somewhere between 8 and 10 races remain before the chase field locks in for the year, meaning every point, every inspection outcome, and every result from here carries direct championship weight. There's also a personal layer to Hamlin's story this season, tied to speculation about his career entering its later stages. Heather Gibbs said, "He wants to leave on top. It's hard when you dangle checkered flags in front of him too." That comment adds a different kind of pressure to everything happening around him. Not just the inspection questions or the standings, but the idea of how a long career like his eventually comes to a close. Tonight, the 6 cars are still on those tables inside the R&D Center. NASCAR hasn't announced what, if anything, was found. It might be nothing. It might be something. Until an official statement comes, every lap Hamlin leads from this point forward will be watched with a different level of scrutiny than before. If this breakdown gave you something to think about, the best way to support this channel is simple. Drop a comment with your take on what NASCAR should do next. Share this video with another NASCAR fan who's been following the Hamlin story, and subscribe so you don't miss the follow-up once NASCAR releases its findings. Every comment and share genuinely helps this channel reach more race fans who want the full story, not just the headline.